Hello, hello, beautiful people of the internet. Hello, Roxanne, it's me, the Chaucer Blackfire. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Let's kick the tires and light the fires, as the saying goes, and continue our grand cultist adventure. So, what started a bit rough has now turned into kind of a nice state of the company. I look a bit different. Did I shave? Yeah, I did. Did the old shave today. How can you bros kick anything? They ain't got no legs. True. Though, the one thing that I've always thought is really almost uncomfortable is when one of your bros dies and they lay down, one of the different sprites very clearly has legs sticking out of it. So they only get legs when they die. Kind of gruesome. I look so different after shave, do I? I don't know. Shouldn't be that different. It wasn't that long ago. Where is Slurgy? Hello, seductive me. You should keep the hair. I've got kind of a baby face. I mean, I kind of do. I've been referred to as, if I shave too much, too close, a blob with eyes. So, maybe the legs are tucked up and they pop out, like when you lose your bowels when you die. I think so. Looking good, thank you, Blackfire. I honestly didn't even think of that as being a substantial difference, but what you gonna do? So, we've got some good bros rolling. We've got, finally a nice toehold, it seems. What we would like, so like short-term objectives, we need to raid one more caravan. We'll get this ambition completed. It would be nice to hire more cultists so that we can have more conversion power. We also do want to have a few bros that we can have destined for fatigue neutrals. We don't have any right now. We have one Zenithot 4 here. So, oh, that's not where we're at. I'm not sure the ratio that we should seek out either. Because how many cultists do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not enough. We purchased the dogs at the kennel. There's a caca here. We could get a caca. Probably not a terrible idea, actually. So yeah, that was kind of from the bros perspective, right? We want, I guess, like 1 or 2 fatigue neutrals and 1 or 2 cultists, I guess, to help with the conversion process. Maybe something like that. Should I be looking only for bros that I can convert, or should I try to keep, like, a random swordmaster happy? I don't know. It's kind of risky. I kind of want to do this from lowborn. So I could maybe, we've got this tryout button. We could look through the lowborn with the really inexpensive tryouts, like Otmar here, or Wiegald, Sigurd, maybe even Hardwick, and just see if they have really good traits, and if they do, we can hire them. And then we're guaranteed to at least get like a kind of decent bro. I feel like that's worth doing. I don't know that it's worth hiring them just to see where their stats are. I think trying out just to see their traits is worth doing. Also, you know, we'd hate for them to be bright and be unable to be converted. That would be sad. We've got that we could do with our money. We also could get a couple handguns from these southern cities, but we'll probably earn a little bit more money by the time we get there. And then we also have quite a bit of money sitting in trade goods. So I think the sort of itinerary, the sort of plan of attack is going to be make our way down south, try to fight one more caravan, maybe recruit select bros with good traits, lowborns, that we try out, recruit a couple more cultists, if at all possible, and buy a couple handguns, and then maybe go on some adventures through the wilds. Something like that seems pretty good to me. I think that should be the plan. And then maybe at that point we can replace the recruiter with like the scavenger or something like that, so that we can get a whole bunch of fancy named items more easily by being able to stay out in the wilds longer. So let's go ahead and try out this tryout button. Okay, Otmar is tough. I think that makes him worth looking at 108. Okay, well, Otmar ain't it. We can look at Wigald here. Okay, dexterous and fearless on a farmhand? Hell yeah. Let's see how he is. Okay. He's pretty damn good. Huh. He's gonna need to not be butthurt as we dump him to the side of the road. Exactly. Okay, Wigald is good. Wigald, he's not fatigue neutral. I mean, I could do some sort of defensive fort. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he could be some sort of forged build that has a way of using extra fatigue. I mean, I'm kind of, more than looking for forged bros exactly, or like fatigue neutrals, I'm kind of looking at bros that I can plan for the forged armors that I anticipate we will find, or at least be able to buy. Decent, but not for the late game? Oh, I don't know. He looks pretty damn good to me. He's not incredible, but he's pretty good. I think if we are looking through, you know, sifting through Lowborn, looking for good brothers, this is a pretty damn good one as far as Lowborn are concerned. Flail him up with Backstabber. And he's got 61 melee skill. Manifest Destiny's John says I can fix him. Yeah, I think this is a good brother. Hello, Crackalack. This will be Kill for God. We're gonna try to convert this brother. He's very good. Okay. And again, this is kind of a timing thing too. Every single bro either already has or will have Nimble, and we need a couple bros waiting in the wings that will be Forged brothers. Yeah, Fearless Farmer, Best Farmer, for sure. For sure. Okay, interesting. Take a look at Sigurd. All right, nothing. We're not even going to bother looking. We'll look at Hartwig. Optimus, Lucky. We'll save our money. Okay, well that was fine. You know you're supposed to be a nimble tank, but you could be battle forged. I mean, you still could, right? Still have a pretty substantial amount of fatigue. This brother could be battle forged. But I feel like with 100 hit points at level 6 and the Death Wish trait, the survivability of Crackalack as a nimble tank is actually like kind of insane. So I'm kind of into keeping him as a nimble tank. I'm not making him bros forged just for the sake of it exactly. Nimble forge and hope for some sweet armor. No, we don't need to do that. Like he's totally good as just straight nimble. Okay, so let's make our way south. We're gonna stop by Sonfels first. Oh my goodness. Speaking of forged armor. Well. Hello, Toxic Wild Hog. I don't know that I know that song. So, honestly, when I saw There She Goes, the song that immediately popped in my mind is There she goes again, there she goes again. You know, that one. I have no falsetto right now because I'm sick, but... Alright, Cold Hearts Company. Give me that sweet hedge knight. Let's make sure everybody got a dagger. And we've got 2 reinforced nets. Had you running scared? You'd better be. All right. Okay, he's got like okay armor. This hedge knight's got pretty dang good armor on. Scissor everybody down. Let's see, do they have... No. Doesn't look like they've got a ranged merc. Maybe they do. I suppose there's one back there still. Okay. I think we can leave Choppy Cat right where he's at. Here's that merc. Yeah, really good helmets. Well, and this is a really good armor too on this mercenary. So ideally, we would get these 2 armors and we don't care about the rest. What's that armor? I can't remember its stats exactly. So, does it also play the sad music when you were attacked by mercs? I think so. Hedge Knights is the 280. Yeah, that might be right. So Master Maticus, I'm tempted to just not attack, right? So I'm trying to get both of these armors. So what I want to do ideally is kind of like net them, slow them down, and then blow up the others. Did I poison up? Yeah. Just on Xerxes here. What I might do And actually, let's just try to bum rush the bottom side and blow them up. I think that's going to be the plan. Let you go there. We'll probably have you walk... probably have you just shield wall right where you're at. To dissuade the hedge knight from running at you. No memes? Oh man. Are you even really the real Roxanne? It's me? Isn't it usually the combat song when in battle with a noble battalion, the same for a merc company? I mean, I think this is the normal music for fighting mercs. Okay. It started sad. Yeah, it's a sad song. Okay. Very nice. That was a really good turn. Is that mark behind the archer's helmet decent? It is. I think this one is like it's a maybe 210. It's like the bassinet with mail. I can't remember the names off, or like the values off the top of my head. I think this one's like a 210. Maybe it's a little bit better than that, but I can't recall. So we could go to this hex, but I almost think I like this hex better. That way we can be in position to get Vance Lightning attacking there, because I don't think I'm going to put a dog down. Kind of a similar deal here. I'm going to go here, but wait. We're going to let some others soften them up a bit more first. 210 minus 13, you remember because it's one of the... Oh, it's the Lone Wolf starter. Okay. I've not played much Lone Wolf. Alright, nearly killed that mark. So... Alright, tried to get the stun, didn't get it. Master Maticus and Bertolf are going to wait. We're going to see what that Hedge Knight does. It's a bit sad because one mercenary company dies today. That makes sense to me. I think you're probably right on that one. I think that is why it's sad. Okay, I actually am pretty good with what that Hedge Knight just did. I could even run up and try to start the daggering with the Zoning Bro. Our nets are all right there. And these bros can do a similar thing up here. I like that these two separated. Very good. %8 chance I might wait. Save the fatigue. So do I put him in the net now, or do I save the net? I think we'll use the net now. Okay. Because we do get those resolve checks. Oof. Xerxes we're going to wait on because we might use his turn to re-net someone. Okay. Very nice. Could even move Choppy Cat in range. And do one daggering. He'd be a little bit vulnerable. He's got 9. Got him. Okay. Well, this fight was incredible. Incredible. Hello, Eagledub. Yeah, it was some pretty good stabbing there. For sure, for sure. Yeah, this has gone incredibly. Almost too well. All right. Well, we took very little damage. And got 2 incredibly good, well, 1 incredibly good forged armor and 1 decent transitory forged armor and a good forged helmet. We also got that pike. Why doesn't the bigger mercenary company simply eat the smaller one? Exactly. Well, well, well. So I mentioned wanting to train up Forged Bros, and well, the game has provided. What was that axe? So this is the fighting axe. It is the top tier one-handed axe. The unfortunate thing about the fighting axe is that it's kind of outshined by the one-handed mace and doesn't really have anything to offer to compensate. So absent a famed version, it's just not that good. So it's still a tier 3 weapon, so it's definitely like one of those weapons that if you get it early, you're super happy about it. But we don't really have a great use for it on this squad. Headshot damage. Zenithop 4, yeah. Zenithop 4. Well, wonderful. Akibio got a pierced cheek, so we'll be able to cycle him out. Are you part of the gang? You are. We have Zenithop 4 here. The final Zenithop. We may not have a use for this pike. I mean, we can put it on Bertolf for now, but the ancient bladed pike and the regular pike are pretty dang similar. In practice, it's kind of a wash which one ends up being better. I'm actually going to keep the ancient bladed pike here for a visual indicator of the bros that have polearm mastery. so I can quickly see that on the battlefield with Master Maticus and Giant Spruce to kind of differentiate them, since they're so similar. So, yeah, Slurgy likes sending you to Davkul. It was so nice when you and Akibio could set up death blows. Yeah, that was cool. That was a really good brother duo that we had that run, for sure. So yeah, who will the helmets go to? So the bros that have nimble, we're not gonna want to give them any heavy helmets. We're gonna end up taking it off, but we can give one of these heavy armor sets to Crackalack for now. As soon as we get nimble, we're actually gonna take these off to wear something heavier. But that will be good in the meantime. Kill for God could wear these, I guess. And then I want to get Luki Duki 09 in here, too. Yeah, there's a bunch of bros now we're kind of wanting to level up. I think it's going to be a little awkward in the kind of transition phase. So it probably makes sense to only recruit like a few cultists at this point and just start getting conversions rolling. We can look for fatigue neutrals and cultists too, I suppose. And normally on a cultist run, I feel like the standard thing I would do around this time would actually be to recruit indebted for sacrificial purposes. But I'm not gonna do that this time. I'm gonna recruit cultists because I can sacrifice them and they can convert the rest of the squad. You're on the front line now? Indeed you are. And you're probably gonna graduate to the front line with new armor at level 7. So, pretty cool. Alright, so we got cheap wine here. We can see what this 2-skull contract is. Escort caravan to Mooseburg. Where the hell is that? We don't even know where that is. That must be in here somewhere? Huh, that's kind of funny. Won't he get mad because of sacrifice? Yeah. A lot of bros are gonna get mad because of the sacrifice. That's just how it is. Okay. So let's head on down this way. We're gonna look for our final caravan to raid. Okay. Ragged Edge 82 has converted a hood into a cultist leather hood. Good job. Won't he leave then? You've never played the... Yeah, so I did an outline of it at the very beginning of the campaign, but long story short, the key to not having brothers leave after a sacrifice event is to keep them at like 80% or whatever, you know. Forget, what is it called? It's not called eager, it's called... whatever the status is that's above eager. If you can get them at that, they'll be okay with the sacrifice. Euphoric? Is it euphoric that's above, or is there one more between them? Super duper happy. That's it. Do you have to pull up the Google Doc again? What? We don't have a Google Doc. This feels like we're punching down. We're not even just punching down. This is like... This is us stomping our feet. This is absolutely punching down. But the team's got ambitions. And those ambitions include raiding caravans. You wonder if they'll even get into melee? I don't know, does this count? The squad manifesting their goals, war crimes. Indeed. Look at all this dried fish we got. Contraband. It's euphoric after eager? Okay. So we've got a noble army here. The team is stronger than it once was, where it was struggling to fight noble armies. And we have progressed to the point where we can do so comfortably. Vance Lightning is here. We're going to have him follow in the same footsteps as Ragged Edge 82 and Schrodinger, and he will grab Fearsome. And I think we'll go ahead and take hit points here. Roxanne, it's me. I don't even know what that is, but I like it. Okay. It's a somewhat spooky fight for... our ranged bros in back. Akibio's hurt. Let's pull him out. I'm thinking about fighting this, by the way, if that wasn't obvious. Fighting this noble army. The Arbalesters are a little spooky. Yeah, 30 health is... I mean, that's like one-shot territory when he doesn't even have 9. Like, he's really fragile, actually. So... way too fragile for this fight. But yeah, I think we've got enough bros that we should be able to take on the first Mooseburg company here. So let's do it. Okay. One thing I was kind of hoping to get out of this as maybe a stopgap before we get Warhammers is we're planning on getting Warhammers for our frontline Spear Bros, so they can have that as a secondary role. But in the meantime, we can give them military picks. Give the bro with a smile mask a two-handed axe. Yes. Crackalack is right. We absolutely 100% should have done that. Do you think this challenge would be doable for you if the time limit was 100 days? This particular campaign would really struggle. I think it's still doable, actually. I would just play... Well, I don't know. Define doable. I guess the answer is yes, but I want to make sure I understand the constraints. Cultists would be one of the hardest? Is that true? I don't think so. I think still Deserters is going to be the hardest. Doable is... Well, okay. I mean, yes, doable is able to be done, but like technically... So let me give you a thought experiment, because I've actually had this discussion before and I want to make it, you know, an interesting thing for people to think about. Is Black Monolith doable at level 5? Or excuse me, let's back up. Is Black Monolith doable with these same rules that I have for my win streak on day 2? But let's assume it's an explored. Actually, we don't have to assume anything. Is it possible on day 2? Yeah, exactly. So random dude lurking in chat is basically already alluding to what I was gonna say. The game has true RNG, so like possible in a game like this is kind of a loaded question. No, because miasma equals guaranteed damage. You can walk out of the miasma. And I'm not exactly just being pedantic. I'm kind of making a somewhat serious point, and the thing I'm trying to get at is there's possible, and then there is like likely or reasonably achievable. And they're pretty different questions. Yeah, so I like the way random dude lurking in chat has rephrased it. Do I think I could do a cultist run with 95% success rate with 100 days? I think if I were better at this game, definitely. Out of 100 runs, how many do you think you could beat Black Monolith in under 100 days with new company? That's a good question. New company especially is really fast, actually. With really good starting bros. And if I were playing specifically for that and no other consideration, and I played super carefully, it should be a really high percentage. I guess I'm still struggling to give an exact number. But it would be a really high percentage, I think. We do have crossbow, yeah, okay. Okay, we got some damage in. These spear walls are a little sus. Footmen are gonna make it through. But they are gonna shield wall before they move forward, so there's at least, you know, some lost damage. Some of them will bounce off though, so. Okay. Have I successfully made a no-death Black Monolith fight? Actually, we just did one. On, yeah, we've done a few, actually. We've done a few. But we just did one on Anatomists. Kind of tempted to net this footman so we can blow him up faster. But could also just put a dog down for more surround bonus. I don't hate that either. Let's keep the net for now. We're gonna leave that brother right where he is. Okay, I think I want to move Giant Spruce forward. We do have Flail Mastery, so that's why we do it. Very nice hit by Bertolf. And there, let's just finish him off. Orc Chain Bonk, indeed. Pretty strong, turns out. Okay, Ragged Edge 82, I might just do 2 thrusts here on this footman. He's in a spot where it's like he's just asking to die, you know? So Schrodinger, we could just swap to the military pick. You're always up for a thrust? Good. As you should be. This footman's shield walling, so I also could just go here and stab this billman. I feel like that's a decent idea. So let's wait, get that war dog to try to run away, and then we'll follow up after. Here we could rally just for Crackalack. I don't think he's at risk of routing or dying, so I don't know that I really need to. Yeah, and actually, we made a mistake there. Should have put the dog down first before attacking. So Crackalack, we could push forward. He's likely to make it through. Guess we don't really have to. This guy's still... Yeah, we'll just wait here. Maybe just give that guy an attempted poke. Best target for Lukey Dookie 09 is going to be an Arbalester in the back, since they don't have very heavy armor. Kill for God, we could have run up and go here and pull out the Great Axe. I don't like that. Probably not, actually. He's still just a little level 1 boy. Maybe we'll have him attack from back here. Okay. So Xerxes doesn't really have a good target. The 2 enemies that are like right by him are 2 kite shields that are shield walling. So I guess best target is to go up 1 hex and shoot this guy. Worked pretty well. That was enough setup that maybe Lukey Dookie... Well, pretty good damage. That's right, we are indeed getting revenge. Vance Lightning was pulled in, which is fine? I think that's fine. Okay, so Vance Lightning is the one bro I won't say worried about, but he's the one to protect in this moment. Slightly worried after that. pole hit him. Crackalack is free to attack. Advanced Lightning did get a pierced hand. Not too bad of an injury, since we are definitely just going to shield wall. I guess actually maybe I should have shield walled with Crackalack just to give the adjacency bonus to Advanced Lightning. That probably would have been a good idea. Can still do a stab there on that Billman though. Okay. I could have Luki Duki 09 go here and shoot this Billman, but actually I'm going to let Xerxes do that. And with Luki Duki 09 I'm going to go here. And even though it's not as efficient of a use of AP, I'm going to pull out the jabs just because they have better hit chance. Want to make sure that guy dies so that they don't get an attack on Advanced Lightning. If just one of those footmen fall, they'll all tumble. That's what we're hoping for. Hell yeah, Giant Spruce. Hell yeah. Alright. Shoot, we can't shield wall for the adjacency. Just attack once. So close. Curse you and your rallies. There we go. If I can just attack and hit Advanced Lightning, then he's safe. Not that he was in terribly too much danger, but he was in some. So let's get Crackalack up here. Go ahead and take out that Arbalester. May as well. That's right, the revenge on the nobles is indeed underway. Luki Duki 09 our fresh little level 1 brother, they rotated just to kill him. Hit him on the head. Well. Disaster. How's the Chad Cool run going? It's going well. Was it a bow, bro? No, just a level 1. What do I like more, odd or even numbers? Actually, I've got kind of an interesting answer for you on that one. I have a... I have a weird, not fascination, and not obsession, but I really like prime numbers. When I was a kid, I used to, if I had like candy, like Skittles, I would always break each color down into whatever subcomponent groups were, you know, just groups of prime numbers or couldn't be divided further. Or there were a few other like different rules I kind of applied over the years, but I don't know. That was a weird, quirky thing. Sounds like autism. It kind of, I realize it does. I mean, I'm fairly confident I'm not autistic. If you are autistic, that's not a bad thing. That's just like, you know, whatever. I don't think I am, genuinely. I have no other commonly associated traits. But that one does sound like a common thing from an autistic person. Whatever. What'd you just come in on? Heyo. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a, whatever. Anyway. That's actually always been in competitive gaming circles, people use autistic as an insult, and that's always really bothered me. Because, like, that's just people living their lives, you know? Aw, maybe two stick. Yeah, something like that. Alright, so Luki Duki 09 was less fortunate, perhaps, in the end, than he could have been. But it's made room for XX. Maybe I'll put him in some armor that's a little bit heavier. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. It is. It is. Luki Duki 10. I suppose I could. Could also get Zenithot 4 out here. We've got some injuries. Like this pierced hand is kind of not good for us to have on a spear bro. You were called TISM in years in online games you played, even though, for example, you were Master or Grandmaster in most games. Game recognized game. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I do, like, hyper-focus on things, but I do that with music, I do that with games, I do that with lots of things. But I don't really... I don't know. If it is autistic, whether it is or isn't, I live a happy, functional life, and if that's what it is, if people want to give it a word, good for them. Doesn't really... I don't know. Doesn't have a negative impact. You'll still respect me? Good. Too many labels nowadays, just be yourself. Exactly. If you don't play a game at a high level, you'd rather not play? Yeah. That's kind of how I am with most games. Too bad you can't raid towns. Yeah. Plus you're a hard introvert, yeah. And that's the thing, is like I'm definitely not an introvert, actually. I'm actually pretty, I don't know, I'm a very social person. Okay, so Kill for God, we're gonna make him some sort of forged bro of some kind. Yeah, the other thing is, so on the topic of raiding towns, I'm gonna share something interesting. I actually learned this fairly interesting, or recently, for those who were on the stream with Northern Raiders, someone pointed this out. You can see when you hover over one of the, like, you know, attached buildings to a faction that you are hostile to, it says at the very bottom, unknown garrison. To me, there's an implication that the devs had maybe conceiving that it might be possible to raid a town and that these buildings would have garrisons and you could attack them, and they just never actually implemented it. And I think that that's a relic of maybe some planned features that they just couldn't quite flesh out. So, yeah, Kill for God, you're on the team now. You're very, very self-conscious. Is that a bad thing? I mean, in and of itself, it's not maybe a bad thing, but if it prevents you from being able to do the things you want to do, then in that regard, it can be a bad thing. When you get a mission from a noble house, you can raid it. I mean, yeah, there's specific contracts, but that's kind of, they wouldn't have needed that, all of that, you know, alt text when you highlight over the structure. I mean, I guess there's a situation where it's relevant in the Noble War, but I don't know. Can I be your free moral guide? I guess. What if you're self-conscious and it's preventing you from doing crime? Well, if it's crime that hurts others, that's probably a good thing. You're jealous of people who are extroverts, very fun people to be around? Well, then find what it is that makes you you and what makes you cool and focus on that. That's my advice. Okay, so the zoning bro. Let's decide what's gonna happen with the zoning bro. He does not have very much fatigue in total. So, and actually needs, I guess this is a better nimble setup. Interesting, ominous. So yeah, he's gonna use this man splitter. Something I could do, because he has, Don't mind me, we're just doing a little bit of something here. Could maybe grab fast and do the, I'm probably not gonna bother. He's got enough melee skill, he doesn't need it. Those who know what I was thinking about. So yeah, this bro, let's see. There's gonna be no purpose to taking Berserk for sure, and I think we're gonna leave this man splitter. So he's gonna be a big damaging monster. I could just grab Pathfinder right now. Psycho Ling, you'd like to be on the list for a bro? Consider it done. it's possible that the bro list might basically be full for this run. So big axe skill, 20% more damage seems OP. Nah, we don't really need. I'm probably not gonna go Killing Frenzy either. Should we get the using orc weapons perk? If only. That was a anatomist specific potion. Davkul runs chew through bros, you have a chance. Yeah, though at this point when the company kind of gets settled, fewer bros die because they're more valuable and more defensive. So yeah, I mean, so we could just grab Fearsome, either Fearsome or Pathfinder for the zoning bro on this level. Really, I could go either way. It's a perk in Legends, I'm sure it is. Mark your bingo cards. Yeah, let's just go Fearsome. Very good Fearsome procs. The Man Splitter. Any of the big two-handed axe weapons get 2 procs of Fearsome, because Split Man, this ability hits both the head and body, and so it's one of the few attack skills in the game that can get multiple Fearsome procs in one attack. Could Brawny work? Nah, Brawny plus Nimble should always be basically a non-starter. Brawny is like a patch perk when you kind of desperately need secondary stats, but otherwise should, generally speaking, be avoided. We also got a billhook, a military pick, and a pole hammer. So on one of our bros with polearm mastery, probably Master Maticus, because he has the higher melee skill, we'll go with the billhook. One difference between the billhook and the pike is that the billhook gives just +5 chance to hit, and the pike gives +10. So that's why we're giving the billhook to the bro with the higher melee skill. Splitman can crit, same as headshots. So the way Splitman works is it still rolls like a primary body part that it hits, just like a regular attack, and then just does extra damage to the other. So I don't like how the game calls headshots crits. I think that's confusing. I think it's weird the way they did it, but if you hit the head directly, you'll do more damage, and if not, it's just like extra damage. But yeah, this pole hammer is really good. How does the axe on the attack work exactly? Yeah, so let's see. Is there a good description of the way Splitman works? It'd be hard for me to describe without just like giving you the math. But basically, it still rolls hit chance for either head or body with whatever chance it would be. 25% for most bros and most weapons. And it hits that primary target and then just also hits the other with a lower amount of damage. Loosely something like that. So you can still hit them in the head as your primary like 25% chance to hit them in the head, and that will do the bonus like headshot HP damage, and then hit the body. And then I believe if you hit the body, then you just get extra damage on the head, and kind of the same way, but 75% chance that happens. Something like that. And we'll use the pole hammer instead of the pole mace on Bertolf. We could put the flat top helmets to pair with the -8 fatigue nomad armors. It'll make us go from 41% nimble to 40% nimble. They're a little bit less defensive. It's probably kind of a wash, if we're being totally honest. But is Mansplitter better than Chosen Axe if fatigue allows it? Define fatigue allows it. Like, which one is gonna have faster, like, hits to kill on an enemy? if fatigue was no object whatsoever, the Mansplitter, I'm fairly confident is going to win against every enemy. Do I have a bro for the Madman fight? Yeah, one of the Spear Bros I think is probably who it's going to be. Okay, so let's maybe swap that helmet over here. Kind of don't love the vulnerability of this helmet on Kill for God, but I guess it's better now that he's got 9. Why is the rusty two-handed axe considered better than the great axe? Because it just is. Damage ignores armor is a very good stat. It just has, if you were to do, you know, calculations on like hits to kill, it's gonna win over the great axe against basically all enemies. It's not by much though. It's not a huge difference. Okay, we're picking on some poor peasants here. Just some casual war crimes, you know? Will there be a YouTube stream mirror perchance? There should be. It should be live. Botanist band backup. I thought it was live. Is it not? The multi-stream is not... God damn it, it's not. Oh no, it is. It's live. It's live. It says it's live. Yeah, it's live. I'm in it. I can see it. Unless... Yeah, no, it should be live. Wasn't yesterday either? What? I can see it in the little thing that pops up. I typed something in the chat. What in the world? I don't know. YouTube's so weird. Yeah, no one is here though. It's like literally 0 people watching, so it must be. I don't know, I can stop it and restart it. I don't know. I'll monkey with it on the side. There is a mod that is a battle editor, and I've talked about the potential of doing kind of a for funsies like Battle Brothers Battle Arena. I think that'd be really fun. I do plan on doing that some stream. I think that could be a really fun one. Place for funsies, you know, no stakes bets on who you think's gonna win. Okay, I'm gonna stop the stream. And then I'm gonna wait till it catches up on the view that I have on the side. Okay, it says stream will end shortly unless you restart it in your streaming software. I'm gonna let it fully go offline and then I'll restart. Curious if I do an FTL win streak? I'm not very good at FTL, so I think my streak would just sit at either 0 or 1 perpetually. I've really in the past, you know, I have no shame in promoting streams that I think are cool. I really enjoyed, all right, there's our ambition. I've really enjoyed watching Dolphin Chemist when he was streaming FTL win streaks, they were just such... They're so entertaining. Could you suggest a run of Darkest Dungeon next? I mean, I've never played the game, so like... I'm a little... Unless you want to watch a complete noob play. I could streak, or try to win streak, Slay the Spire. I've done a couple, like, win streaks where I've been able to rotate through all the characters, but that's nothing compared to the prowess of, like, Jorbs or Baylor Lord or whatever. You know, I don't, shouldn't even call out specific names. There's a lot of really good Slay the Spire players. Dota 2 win streak? Joke's on you. In Dota 2, everybody loses. Alright, I restarted the stream. I can see that it is live. Analytics, stream health. Oh, privacy unlisted? Oh my god. Why is privacy unlisted? How do I change that? Why is that? I see. Privacy unlisted. Live chat, live. Why can't I edit that? Community settings, permissions, channel, general. This is ridiculous. Get rid of the chat. Oh my god. It's funny, it says unlisted. There's a button where I can edit that, like right next to it, and then I can edit everything else. Could we put a Kibio back in? We could. You thought I played Darkest Dungeon? No, I've never played it. You think I stream to my music YouTube? Oh no. I guess that's possible. Hold on. Is it because... I wish I could get rid of the chat. There might be something under this. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't. I don't know how to make this not go unlisted, which is so stupid. So people were trying to watch on YouTube. There's just literally not a button for it. That is so dumb. Why is this interface so bad? This is so annoying. It must be somewhere on this screen. I'm gonna stop screwing with it. It was on both channels a few days ago? Oh no. I hope it's not just live on the other one. Oh my god. That would be terrible. Well, whatever. Thanks for letting me know. That's dumb. Softband? No, I don't think so. I don't know. Will I stream Stone Shard? I don't know, maybe. I'm not very good at it. I like streaming things I'm good at. I say that like I've done anything else. Like I've literally only streamed this one game, so I don't, you know, whatever. But the idea of streaming something where I don't know the content is slightly frightening to me, I guess. I don't know. Nothing wrong with some cross-advertising. Yeah, well I do plan on, I still have in the works some Battle Brothers music that I can put on the other channel. I have an arrangement, I just need to I don't know, buckle down and do the performance part. Hey, thanks GreenKiller001. I am in the US. Yeah, Merca. That place. These poor briggies. They didn't even know what hit them. Didn't even know what hit them. The ghost from StarCraft. Never know what hit them. What a great game. Can't even see him. Watching someone learn a game is fun to use Zenithot too. Interesting. Oh, maybe I could give it a try. I like it sometimes. I feel like, at least for me personally, most of the streams that I watch, and I think I'm probably just thinking about that too much instead of what other people might enjoy, but I tend to personally enjoy watching people who are really good at a game play a game. Not exclusively. I think things that are like experiential, like RPGs or things like that, especially if I have an RPG I've really liked, for example, and then I watch someone else play it for the first time, I get to relive that first player experience just a little bit. I do enjoy that, so. But like if I'm watching StarCraft, for example, even if I can't always understand the commentary, I probably would rather watch Snow than Artosis. Even though Artosis is actually genuinely really pretty good. But his stream is just like unwatchable. How many hours do I have in Battle Brothers? A lot. It's hard for me to give a specific like exact number though, because there's a lot of game time that's just me like sitting with the game running, but I'm not playing. You'd rather watch paint dry than Artosis? It'd be a lot more peaceful. How many books could I have read? Probably quite a few. That's right. I don't have any guilt for the amount of time I spend playing games. I have so much fun playing them. What's the point of living if you're not enjoying it, you know? So I know for a lot of people that kind of sentiment can get to them. How much X could I have done if I, you know, did that instead of Y? That kind of idea. But like, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the amount of video games I've played. It's pretty fun. Really enjoy them. That's not to say there aren't games that I wish I had never played, like that were actually bad and were a waste of my time. Those definitely exist, and they leave a terribly sour taste in my mouth. And I wish I could undo those, but not in general. What a gamer, right? Okay. I could go chase after those nomads. Maybe I will. Yeah, how many games could you have beaten if you didn't read books? Exactly. I also, like, I don't know. I'm not an avid reader, but I read like a few big, you know, fantasy novels per year. Oh, that actually reminds me. I need to see if I can... I'm going to be going on a vacation at the end of January, and I was going to see if my local library had the latest book in the Stormlight Archive series, because I was going to take that with me on vacation and read it. OMG, you nerd. Exactly. What better way to spend your vacation? Ever read the Dresden Files? I have not, though there is a buddy of mine who... his screen name that he uses a lot of the time online is actually a character from those books. Just get the Kingdom Hearts lore companion at this point. Would it surprise you to know that I've actually never played any of the Kingdom Hearts games? Because I'm surprised. All tomorrows? All tomorrows, huh? Okay. Okay, think I'd like it. I'll add these to things to at least... If I can't get the latest... I can't even remember the name of it, but if I can't get the latest book in the Stormlight Archives to read, I'll need an alternative of some form. The audiobooks for Dresden are really good. I tend not to do audiobooks. The only time I listened to an audiobook was when I needed to like speed read Dune, and I split it between the audiobook and the regular, you know, paperback. And I had to speed read Dune because I was on a deadline. It's a long story. Read the Warhammer books? I didn't know there were Warhammer books, if we're being honest. Need to say speed read 5 times fast? Ooh, I bet that's hard. Speed read, speed read, speed read, speed read, speed read. Blah, blah, blah. Ooh, close. Close. Couldn't quite do it. All 3,000 Warhammer books. Okay. Interesting. Alright, we beat up on some nomads. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to do a little bit of the inventory game. So, not too much to need to do. Star Wars Extended Universe, and there's like 150 books to get through. Oh man. Take that pole mace, we got it. Oh, and that reminds me. Cracklex statement from earlier, which I should have done. That's to get a hammer equipped. Okay. So. So this is interesting. We could, of course, do this top one and complete it almost immediately. This one's just gonna keep appearing, I think. But winning a battle against 12 or more enemies is also definitely gonna happen really soon. Well, let's just become known as professional. We are already professionals. Unlock noble contracts. We might want to do some. Pull the cam up northwest and you realize you missed something. Yeah, I saw this. Sea of Tents. Yeah, I saw it. I saw the big nomad camp. Okay, so they have a handgun for sale. They've got ambush trade routes, so it's really expensive. Perfect. This is actually ideal. We can, first off, recruit a cultist. Erling, who is not good, but superstitious is annoying because it'll be, you know, in the event pool. But this is a sacrificial victim. We had someone sign up for a sacrificial victim, and that's brand new. You thought you had something there? Well, I mean, you do. You had something. You saw something. It was real, and we're really gonna go take care of it. Let's see. Should equip some nimble armor pieces to fix up. We'll do like this nimble set. When are we gonna sack Tom Cruise? We don't have, next cultist we hire that is destined for sacrifice, we shall name Tom Cruise. I'm into it. I like it. Okay. So, sale price here is incredible. So we're gonna sell stuff and get rich. To do what with the money? I don't know. Swim in it? Like, like Scrooge McDuck? Exactly. Exactly like that. Let's hang on to one of these noble swords too. Alright. So let's clear the inventory. We've got a couple extra nimble sets just equipped to our sacrificial victims. Our armor stands that are doing double duty. And then we're rich. And what are we gonna do with all this money? I don't know. We're not gonna have a great use of money. Invest in Davkul coin. Found any new recruits this stream? Yeah, we got, oh, where even is he? Zenithot 4, who is, no, where is he? Kill for God. Here, our fearless, dexterous farmer. Buy the damned bird already? Oh no! We had the opportunity to buy a caca at Dornwall when we were there, and I didn't. There's not one for sale here. Disaster! I forgot about that. I forgot to buy it. It was there, staring me in the face. Davkul's gonna be mad. Daddy Davkul is gonna be mad at me. Alright. Inventory's cleaned out. No bird equals cursed run. Yeah. We'll get the bird. We will. Okay, so I want to buy this handgun. And we may as well buy some of these other potions as well. Probably just maybe buy all of them except for the iron will. And maybe a couple other consumables. They'll definitely be something that we can use with some of our, you know, bags kind of bros. There's a fighting spear for sale as well. We may end up just buying that. So we're going to complete this contract so that we can get rid of that settlement condition. I'm probably going to buy 2 sets of tools before we do it, just so that we can be fixing stuff up while we do it. Hey. We can reach deep into the nobility's pockets. And they'll say that they're happy to see us. Are fire lances any good? No, don't be so quick to answer. All right. A bro like Xerxes is a great example of a bro who is always going to have terrible melee skill, but he's going to have good ranged attack. We also have bags and belts. The fire lance as a backup weapon is actually totally legit, because that one attack, which is in a lot of combats the only one he's going to need to do, he can do using his ranged attack skill from melee. And the secondary attack, which is actually the primary, but the regular stab of the fire lance is the same as a boar spear, but with more damage against armor. So for a pure ranged bro with bags that has terrible melee skill, which, you know, ideally a bro isn't constrained by all 3 of those, but in those cases, the fire lance is a pretty good sidearm. Now, is it worth buying one? I mean, I guess if you're floating and swimming in money, yeah. So I would say that the fire lance has a niche, and when you have the conditions for that niche, it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, we have a bro in our company right now with Xerxes who would do well to have a fire lance. It does really well against necro savants. And it's also still fine for like the, you know, the errant orc warrior or whatever who makes it through. So it has a place in the game. It has a place in a company. It's not something you build around, but it is something that has a place. So, why would I say it's for ranged bros? Isn't the point of a ranged option for a melee bro? No, it's to have a melee option for a ranged bro. The Fire Lance attack uses your ranged skill with a huge modifier, like plus 40. But a bro that's terrible with ranged weapons is actually still gonna miss with the Fire Lance. Yeah, it's like plus 40, it's really high. But, I mean, you don't need great range skill, but like, why would I do an attack that doesn't do incredible damage at like, for example on this bro, like 76% chance to hit, or lower, because they're gonna have ranged defense, right? That would be terrible. We'd rather just use like a noble sword or something like that. So, again, it is for the conditions that I just outlined. And in those conditions, it's good. I've used him in this Winstreak series. And I'm sure it'll come up again. In fact, I very easily could rightly justify buying one on this company for Xerxes specifically. And maybe I will. Sounds like more of a tank weapon. No, because it's too heavy. It's really heavy. So you don't want to have that equipped. So I would say it's terrible on melee bros and it's terrible for tanks. So. Yeah, it's one-time use of the ammo that gets replenished after the fight. That's correct, Xanathot too. All right, Master Maticus. Let's see, what are the final perks we're gonna take on this bro? He's kind of gonna be like dodge, quick hands plus polearm mastery. So we only get 3 more perks. Just caught up on the VOD after being super busy yesterday. Nice find on the helmet. Yeah, it's a very nice helmet. Chase the Tavern Rumor. So Pathfinder has to be one of them. What am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So Pathfinder has to be one of them. So Pathfinder. Pathfinder Fearsome Berserk maybe? Berserk without Frenzy. Or maybe Pathfinder Fearsome question mark? He's got a ton of fatigue. It would be stupid not to take Berserk. I mean, he's taking Berserk. He has no other use for it. Yeah, probably just Berserk without Frenzy. Could grab Pathfinder this level. It's around the time in the campaign when Pathfinder starts to feel like something I want to start getting on a ton of bros. Where does he blind? Yeah, it's just Night Blind, which is actually the worst of the two, but since he's nimble, he's never going to have helmets that are going to penalize his vision that much. Hey, Bijante. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, this level I could either grab Fearsome or Pathfinder. Kind of inclined to grab Fearsome. It's just too good. And it's too good on these bros and all these fights that we've got coming up. So if I'm going to talk about all the fatigue he has, I think he doesn't need more than that. Just grab Resolve. Ixax, who's going to be maybe a similar build to Xerxes. Definitely a different build from Akivio. Oof. Is he going to use a Chosen Axe at some point? He might. He might. Do we know what you're shaping up to be yet, Zenithot 2? We will. You are on the end there, so we'll decide when we get there. So yeah, Ixax. We can have a one bro with super low morale chilling on the team for now. I don't know, actually, maybe Ixax could end up being a pretty similar build to Akibio, honestly. They're kind of really similar, actually. Actually really similar. Then Fearsome is good. True. I mean, Fearsome's good. Fearsome's just good. So we can still grab fast. I think it provides enough value on any sort of backline bro, so we'll just grab that now. Alright, Xerxes. Boom, nimble, hell yeah. So let's hook him up with a proper nimble armor set. And we're gonna still grab the +4 in hit points. Be durable as hell. Well, I don't know. Do I? Let's see. So what perks are we gonna end up taking on this bro? We'll do Path. Path, Duelist, Fearsome. 9 lives? No, he doesn't. I don't think he needs any defensive perk like that. I think we're okay without. It'd probably be Path, Duelist, Fearsome, Zerker Frenzy, I guess. Yeah. Path, Fearsome, and Duelist for sure. Could pretty happily grab Berserk though. He's gonna have a ton of fatigue. He almost has so much fatigue. I don't know. Just grab hit points. Alright, Choppy Cat. Our utility banner. Let's see, what are we gonna do with him? I think now we circle back for Colossus, like for sure. Just gonna grab that now. And maybe something like that. Because he's got that broken knee, we had to abandon our plans that we had outlined previously with him. So here it's either melee skill or fatigue, just so we can stab with the stick. Probably just grab melee skill. Are we winning? We're winning. Kill for God. Still looking like he could pretty easily be a pretty nice forged brother of some kind. TBD exactly what that will be. We are a huge success. I think we can grab Gifted here now too. Could either grab Resolve or hit points here. Am I going to use the elixir to fix his permanent injury? If we find it, I guess maybe. But since we're not leveling around, I don't know. Hard to say. Hard to say what I would do. I think it depends on when we find it and if there's a different, better candidate. All right. Really happy with the +3 in melee skill here on Giant Spruce. I think we'll just level up like that. And Pole Flail. Let's see. So he's got this big old Zerk chain. Could grab Headhunter. Could grab Fearsome. Could grab Pathfinder. Pole Flail, is this Legends? Is there a Pole Flail? There probably is. We'll grab Pathfinder. Alright, Zenithot 4. Aha! A +2 in melee skill. That's good enough for me. I think fatigue neutral, even if we end up needing to patch perk with like backstabber, or use a flail, or use a greatsword, all of those are totally fine with me. And we'll go ahead and grab the +4 in hit points. And 9. Pathfinder's always good. Pathfinder's always good. I inevitably hit a point in every campaign where there's a battle that I hit around this point, usually. Ooh, where I wish I had Pathfinder. This is a tough call. Attack now can sometimes be a really big army, like an army of nomads. It can be a somewhat sketchy fight, but it gives extra little treasures. 17 enemies, okay, that's not too bad. How many sacrifices have you had? Just 1. And it was on day 42. You take it on every single row? I do too, actually. Most campaigns. We didn't on Peasant Militia. But special circumstances, special bros. Let's see, so I'm gonna move Choppy Cat up so that they attack here, assuming there are archers. I don't know whether top or bottom will be better, but we'll see. Peasant Militia was a special run. Yeah, it really was. 3-headed flail, nice. Crackleack's been looking for one of those. We could put it on. Okay. Okay, so Xerxes. Where to have him go? Could go... Imagine if I had the bird. Yeah, actually. Would have been nice. Okay, so I have to think of vision too. I guess I could just attack this. It's gonna be low hit chance against the Sipar. Just adapt trash so you don't need path. Wise words. Actually, I don't want to send that forward. Okay. Ixax is Night Blind. And still pretty wet behind the ears, so I have to be careful. Is the night vision helmet cheating? No, but I started the Winstreak series, the very, very, very first runs. I think the first one, I had it because I didn't know that wasn't like just a thing everyone had. I didn't realize that it was like a paid supporter pack something or other. It's like you cheated for a few runs to get easy clout. You know me. The pay to win pack. Apparently. Let's not hide the fact that Slurgy activated his cheat engine to get a famed bow before day 10. True. Well, I just go into the options. I mean, before every stream, I go into the secret menu and I enable the streamer checkbox. And that's kind of what, you know, gets me the things I need. Crackalack in this heavy armor can't even shield wall again. Yikes. It's tiring. Also, fighting spear. Streamer's luck is indeed a thing. So it might seem. I'm a little surprised they didn't charge forward. I kind of don't want to put Master Maticus here, but maybe it's fine. They don't really have any scary threats. All the other ones would have to like walk around. The Spiked Impaler is still loaded. I might have to push as they're not moving. I don't know. We're getting damage in, and because of how we've positioned our squad, they're not really doing damage like we are. So need cat jam emote? I do. I need to, I'm gonna make a custom one though. It's on my list of, you know, to-do items for after this particular run. I've got a handful of things on it that are all pretty exciting. But some sort of cat jam adjacent thing. Okay. That was pretty good. We were able to prevent a decent amount of damage with the spears. So could move Giant Spruce up to help out here. Feels like that's the most important place. I'm tempted to just walk forward and just Zerk chain this outlaw right in the face. But sometimes that's not right to do. See, if we had a Fire Lance, this would be a great opportunity for it. Totally being honest. Okay, Schrodinger is still gonna hold off some of these nerds up here. We did not split a man there. See if we can balk that guy. We can't. And I'm gonna wait on the zoning bro, because if they move forward, we're gonna use the man splitter instead. Kill for God. Now here I could probably put a dog down, and yeah, I think the dog will hopefully end up okay. Crackalack. Do I shield wall? Or do I try to push forward to prevent? I don't know. If he does get chunked, let's see, what's his, right, 40 melee defense? I guess maybe that's too low. Outlaws have backstabber too. Yeah, and they've got decent stats, just generally. So like, it'd be pretty unlikely for him to be able to make this passage. So I'll probably just shield wall to prevent this damage for next turn. Okay. Alright, they're in through some of the shield walls. Excuse me, spear walls. Now, Schrodinger can just give this guy's tush a little push. Why not? The zoning bro, doing zoning his own special way by splitting the man. Yeah, see, Giant Spruce is who I'm most afraid of here. The boss just called you and there's a cancellation for a job tomorrow? Hell yeah. Alright. Let's bonk this nomad leader. Stunned him! Hell yeah. That was really good. Now you can watch Slurgy all night? Oh yeah. Wonderful. Choppy Cat will just finish that scrub off. Since this guy's shield walling, I might just pull out the pole hammer. We don't have great melee skill. Outlaws with dodge, shield walling, pretty hard to hit. Hey Grib, enjoy. Have fun. Leader in outlaw gear is sad. It is. It is sad. Good boy. So because we did the old tush push, we don't have enough to spear wall. It's probably okay. I think we just wait, let them come to us. Although I suppose getting hit by the threaded flail. We can always just stab with a spear. Could walk up and then just stab this guy, since he already had his armor get fully chunked. Maybe that's better. I think Schrodinger's just fine there. Ragged Edge 82. Let's see. Is Destroy Shield ever worth it? Yeah, other than Shratz, rarely. You're on day 52, no sacrifices? That is sad. Davkul demands it. To keep Grond here safe, Ragged Edge 82 could walk up. That's probably the play. So we can put a dog down with the rest of our AP. AP. I said IP. That's not what that is. Crackalack. We could either stab here. Or... Alright, I think we may just put this dog down for Ixax, who's gonna go somewhere. On a flanking maneuver. Okay, we got pretty lucky with enemy attacks there. Well, alright. I guess it normalized pretty rapidly there, huh? We did get lucky at first. Oh no, the Chaucer. You are in a tough situation. For me, the analogous but difficult situation is if I've got one of the dogs sitting on my lap and I like really need to pee, but I don't want to disturb them. Okay, we need to help out Master Maticus. He's the most important for us to assist. Ixax is just gonna have to pass, I guess. Zenithot 4, I think is safe to move up to help with surround. Dang. Crackalack. Let's see if we can just finish off one of these two. Zenithot isn't dead yet? Interesting. Zenithot 4. The Immortal. Don't you know? You got a bad feeling about this encounter? Well, it's getting pretty close to being over. Oof. Those resolve checks up there, that was bad. Yeah, so Master Maticus is in danger. Choppy Cat will be able to go up 2 hexes in rally. Kind of tempted to pull out the Mansplitter and try to hit this outlaw since he's got the accuracy weapon. And Schrodinger might be able to get this guy to fleeing, or he might go to fleeing otherwise from other bros attacking. Okay, so we are going to try to rally Master Maticus. Couldn't quite do it. Should double check. Oh, I'm an idiot. He wasn't even close enough. Whoops. He's 5 hexes away, not 4. Yeah, he's out of range. Good God. Whoops. That was pointless. I don't know that there was another better play, but... Alright, so Master Maticus still may get away, though. Ten win streak, yeah. And still making mistakes. As you do. He could have good ears, maybe. So this guy's going to be fleeing first. So let's put this dog down to make sure he doesn't get away. Okay, alright, Master Maticus is fine. He only had to flee from one. And the nice thing is, when he's hit by a weapon like this, it builds up extra fatigue, because that's just what maces do. And so he wouldn't be able to make 4 attempts at fleeing. He would have made fewer and wouldn't have died anyway. And he still got 9. Okay. The battlefield is awkward. No, don't rally. Okay. Come on. Nomad leader. Won't you die? Okay. 9 lives. Crackalack. Stabbed him. Took him right out. That nemesis, that leader, is no more. I should be careful using the word nemesis. I now know that that is, of course, copyright. Do we get a famed here? No, because it's a contract fight. But we will get extra treasures at the end, because of the prompt that was before the fight started. Hopefully this dog. Okay. Contract fights can't get famed. So if they are a 3-skull contract, they can. If you take a contract that is 1 or 2 skull, it will overwrite the camp's loot table, and in doing so, will never have a famed item. So it has to be a 3-skull contract, is basically the TLDR. For like camp busting. There it is. Are camps infinite on the world map? New ones appear? Yeah. Yeah, each faction has like, essentially, you could think of them as like faction actions. I think they're even called faction actions in the code, like faction action points kind of thing, where they'll do things on the map. And one of those things that's kind of happening as the simulation is running when you're running around the world map is to generate new camps. And the functions that do that are like dependent on the number of camps that faction has, etc., etc. So they will always make more. Okay. Well, that was a really nice fight. It was a big fight, lots of nomads, lots of experience distributed around the team. Also, a lot of damage received, but we were able to kind of make it relatively evenly spread. So we took a whole bunch of damage and armor damage and things like that, but that was really effective. Other notable thing here, we have an item here that to me is practically a named item. It's a fighting spear. Hell yeah. We also got a fire pot, which is kind of nice. So by choosing that, when we saw this, you know, the dialogue box appear when we first arrived at this location that said, you know, we can wait till nighttime or we can attack now. By choosing attack now, we get these extra treasures. But it makes for a more difficult fight. It's actually not that much treasure, if we're being honest. Okay, so Schrodinger gets a fighting spear. You love to see it. And, you know what, Crackalack, he can get a 3-headed flail. The idea here is that enemies who try to run away from him will fail to do so. And when we have an enemy fleeing that's in melee contact with Crackalack, because we're going to be obviously prioritizing his defensive stats, his melee skill will be lower. They'll have to fail, you know, 3 different attacks with a 3-headed flail, essentially, for fleeing enemies, which is incredibly unlikely. Because his melee skill is like, okay, right? So, pretty cool. So the 3-headed flail is a heavy weapon to equip on a tank, but if you really want to keep enemies locked into your tank, the 3-headed flail is your best bet. Otherwise, most tanks, I think the most common weapon you'll want to equip is probably just like a famed goblin skewer, because it is only 2 fatigue penalty to equip, which is lower, and has the bonus to hit chance. So, all right. Ragged Edge 82. He's going to follow in the footsteps of his brothers, Vance Lightning, Schrodinger. So he's following Schrodinger, and I think we'll go ahead and grab Shield Expert. And he's got really good defenses, so we're very happy with that. The real treasure is the spoons. Now the company can finally enjoy some grain soup. Good old ground grain soup. Well, this level, these are a bit of a bust. There's still going to be plenty of fights against goblins, and we do sometimes position this bro so that he's subjected to ranged attacks. I'm half tempted to take this +5 range defense. Hey, good night, Bijante. Instead of the +2s in any of the other stats. Let's do it. Okay, Bertolf. He's a cultist. He's okay. He's got absolute mountains of fatigue. I think we are still going to make this a nimble brother. I don't think there's a world in which we turn this into a fatigue neutral. I mean, I guess we could. He would be really bad defensively, like defensive stats. But I guess it's an option. I didn't even name him. I didn't even give anyone claim for this bro because I thought he was not worth you'll take him. It's out of order, but sure. That's fair. And here's the deal, like, when I make fatigue neutrals, I want them to be defensive, and he's not. But he is already somewhat advanced in his Davkul following. I don't love it, but I think because he's already level 7 and he's a cultist and he's already got 1 candle and he's leveling up okay, and he's going to get veteran levels by the time the company's kind of fully grown up. I guess we'll make him a fatigue neutral. So we're going to give him this armor, actually. And we'll have Crackalack wear this for now. Again, Crackalack here in like one more fight is going to hit level 7, and we'll put some nimble gear on him. Ixax. All right, we're definitely going to take the +4 to patch up this resolve, which is even worse than it appeared on that screen because of this faint-hearted trait. Is probably going to end up a very similar build to Akibio. They are remarkably similar in what they've kind of given us. So, you know, just like with Akibio here, we'll probably take these same perks, actually. Grab quick hands. Already has a candle. Yeah, it's funny, actually. Now that I look at it, because you can see them side by side, it's the same like base image, just resized. You can see that little lip of melted wax off to the side. And Zenithot 4. Oh, boo. +1 in melee skill. We could maybe come up with some way to use fatigue on a brother like this. So what would I do? How would I do that? On a big chunky forged brother that I still want to give a big boy weapon to. Taunt or Indom? That's not bad. Indom actually is pretty good. Even Taunt is fine. Rotate would be okay. We could give him a weapon where he can use more fatigue. Like a two-headed hammer or a greatsword or something. I don't know. We're definitely going to take Backstabber. I think that's already kind of a given. I think, do I take the +1 in melee skill? Let's try not doing it. We'll see. We'll see what our kind of choices are. I don't know. I might be leveling that bro wrong. I probably am. But you know, I clicked those buttons. With that melee skill, you probably want a sword. Yeah, see, I don't mind like a great sword. It gets more hate than it deserves. It's fine. Is it going to be good against orc warriors? No. That's okay. Not all enemies are orc warriors. Okay. So I think we have a pretty good sale price here that we're going to go ahead and sell a bunch of stuff. Do we want to hang on to these boar spears? Maybe. We might need them as backups in case things go awry. Do I hit the tryout button next to the Beast Slayers just to see if they're dummies? We have a ton of money. No, but he's athletic. They really should create an orc and a goblin star. I have a pipe dream of creating a entire goblin. It would be way too much. It's It's a little too ambitious, especially if, well, I have a pipe dream of making a whole like goblin origin. I just think it would be cool as hell. But it's probably not gonna happen. If I were able to, like, I don't know, somehow quit my day job and do that during the day and then stream Battle Brothers playing at night. Oh, it'd be beautiful. Legends has it. Does it really? It actually might. If it does, I could probably look to that for some inspiration at least. Hit me up when you start. Do you have any coding experience, the Chaucer? Or modding experience? Alright, so let's get a handgun. Handgun and a powder bag. We're also gonna get some extra goodies. Okay, so your degree was in computer programming, you haven't kept up with it, but it's like riding a bike? Yes. I also kind of haven't kept up with it, but I agree with you that it is like riding a bike. But I wrote some major software tools that have processed, at this point, literally billions of medical images. And is that true? Probably. I'm not involved in it anymore. That might be a bit of a highball. No, I bet it's not. But that's a bit misleading because most medical imaging studies are like, you know, hundreds of slices, for example, like a CT, so that they can reconstruct, you know, they can look at the individual slices of a person's body. Anyway, you know, I'm still sort of like riding that success a little bit in my professional life. But I haven't, I don't know, haven't kept up with it. I haven't been writing too much software of any form these days. When are we approximately expecting a sacrifice? So, anytime, yeah, as the Chaucer says, anytime from the day day 63 on is kind of when it could happen. All right, so we'll put a smoke pot on our banner. On Xerxes here, let's go ahead and give him a fire pot. Ixax, sure, you get something, and you get something, and you get something. Had to grab a snack, what have you missed? We took out some nomads. And yeah, wistfully longing of creating Battle Brothers mods. Yes, also that. And got spoons. And you know what? We're gonna grab a fire lance. Because that fight, it would have been very handy to have on Xerxes. And so we'll make good use of it. We really will. Okay. We'll give Vance Lightning a spear to back up his spear. Okay. Oof. Wow, we really need tools. I didn't realize it was that bad. I guess I'm not too surprised. We took a ton of damage in that fight. The armors are definitely chunked. We'll probably just beeline for Al-Hazred and hopefully just be able to purchase a bunch of tools there. And hopefully another cultist? A boy can dream. Arena time? The arena is there. It's true. Alright. Didn't even see a single thing on the way. The arena is here. It's true. We will buy literally all of their tools. Legends doesn't have an orc or goblin origin. I'm like mildly surprised by that. They've got another handgun for sale here. Second wind potion, cat potion. Ixax. Well, let's see what I make Ixax. I'd like one more bro with a handgun. I suppose just one is fine, but two is very fine. Of course, I could give Xerxes a second gun, but I don't know that that's really necessary. The double gun is good, but... Alright, we'll look at what these contracts are. Deliver cargo to Al Hazif. We will probably do that when we're done here. And what's this one? Drive off nomads at the Swallowed Ruins, southeast of Al Hazred. Let's just see what's in the arena. Oh yeah, let's see who's for hire too. A Lothar the Mad. Okay. You see that shit-eating grin there? You know who that is? It's Tom Cruise, baby. This is our buddy Tom Cruise. He may end up sacrificing himself to Davkul. We'll have to see. We'll put a bag over him. Okay, we could see if this assassin is an idiot. He's not. Sure footing though. Damn. An assassin with sure footing is really nice. Greedy, but yeah, whatever. We could see if these nomads are idiots. We got a dumb one. We found a dummy. Okay. Hell yeah. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Hell yeah. Aslam. Starting out at level 4. Nexiator was next in our queue. This is gonna be a beautiful fatigue neutral. Man, gluttonous instant fire. This guy is a beast, absolutely. This guy is beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. He's also, we're not going to do it, but he's right on the edge where I could make him a frontline gunner. Just saying. But I'm not going to. I'm gonna make him a fatigue neutral. Hell yeah. If he had more secondary stats, I'd consider it. He could be a hybrid too. Yeah, he could be, but I think we're just gonna make him fatigue neutral, and he will be a god tier 1. I think I'll still just keep taking +1s in melee skill. Yeah. Boy, the +2s in resolve, these are hurting. These are hurting them. I'm just gonna sort of hope that we get a little compensation for that later. And either way, we'll be able to take Fort Mind. Okay. We need more reach weapons. Not like ready to equip him with anything, which is, a bit tough. But we also have like a deep enough backline or deep enough roster of bros that we're happy with. What is a fatigue neutral? A fatigue neutral is a typically defensive brother that you primarily focus on melee skill and melee defense, and you give them heavy armor, and the idea is they are a rock on the battlefield. I know, maybe I should make a command for it. I've been asked enough times. The fatigue neutral part is by having Pathfinder and a weapon mastery. With a big two-handed weapon, they always have, with 15 fatigue, enough fatigue to walk and attack. So you don't need to invest in fatigue. I was about to say whatsoever. On most backgrounds, you don't have to invest whatsoever. Some you might need to help them a little bit. But the idea is to just regenerate that 15 fatigue per turn, swing a big two-handed weapon, and serve as sort of the pillar for your damage dealing bros, which are like usually nimble brothers like throwers or cleavers or polearms or whatever, to do damage kind of around them. So they're like pseudo tanks. They're not tanks in the way that we use them in this game, which is like a brother who has a shield and is using either shield wall or indom, but they are a tanky frontline brother. And yeah, the only things you like have to take are Pathfinder, a weapon mastery, and then equip them with heavy armor. Usual perks would be like Colossus, either 9 lives or Steel Brow, Pathfinder, Gifted, a weapon mastery, Underdog, Battle Forged, and then any number of defensive perks work well with them. They can't be wheezy. As in they can't have be asthmatic? Yes, they can. Because asthmatic will only return or like give you 12 fatigue if you haven't. So how do I rephrase this? You'll always be at least 15 fatigue at the start of your turn, even if you're asthmatic. You will always be given at least 15 if you're stammed out. So, asthmatics doesn't really stand in your way. Cool. So last perk, I think just to keep this guy safe, I'll probably just go Colossus. Asthmatics are cheaters? Yes. Asthmatics are cheaters. Okay. Now that feels wrong. Let's cycle out Master Maticus for now, since he's got this deep abdominal cut. Okay. All right, let's see what's in the arena. 3 nomads, easy peasy. Okay, do I try to get 5 arena fights on our banner? The nice thing about getting the arena buff on the banner, which is just a permanent +5 resolve, is that then they broadcast that benefit onto others. I think in this case, this is an easy enough fight. I feel pretty comfortable doing that. We could probably just go into this fight with our 2 best spear bros and be okay. It'd be a little meh. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. A totally understandable sentiment from the Chaucer. He's seen this song and dance. This ain't his first rodeo. This fight should be fine. 3 nomads is a pretty easy fight. Okay. So I could throw my shield on the ground. To get the double grip bonus. Don't think I need to. We're just gonna stay right where we are. Alright, that guy made it through. Not too surprising. 65% chance, yeah. Might move Ragged Edge 82 up. We'll surround this guy and still hold off these two. Oh wow. That desperate to get at this hex? Sure. We could smoke pot and run around. You think he got banned from Imager? They really don't like that banner? No, they don't. So just by having the Rally the Troops perk, it increases enemies' like desire to attack that bro dramatically. And yeah, I could smoke pot and then run through over to here. We can hang on to it still for now. Need to make sure we have enough fatigue to use it if we needed to. Should have cheesed it all the way to the corner. Should have cheesed it all the way to the corner. Let's see, if he wants to run all the way out down to there, maybe I'll let him? Sure. Okay, we will be using the smoke pot. And off I go. I'm gone. Alright, and now they're fleeing. So in the end I didn't actually need to do that, but I didn't do that. Does he have 9 lives? He did. He does have 9 lives. Okay, wow. I instinctively pressed 1 because a dialogue option popped up, and I've been playing enough Stone Shard that my brain just did that. That was weird. I didn't know that would work on that screen. Huh, okay. Okay. The banner did take, you know, take a little pain there. We could have him sit out for a bit. I don't love having the banner sit out. Depends on the fight, but he can, and it's fine. I think we're gonna let him recover from this, so we're not gonna have him participate in any battles. I think he meant to say he pressed 1 because that's the button that gives him the early fame. Ah, see, almost caught me. Almost got me. I'll never tell my secrets. You'll never know how I got that famed warbow. Which option did I check? Where is that streamer checkbox? And why in the world would the streamer simply throw it away like an idiot to some noble armies? What does it all mean? You figured out why you got banned? You must have posted something copyrighted and they didn't like that? Sure. Some sort of like IP information property something or other. Okay, we're gonna buy some extra nets. And let's see, what were the contracts here? Deliver cargo to Al Hazif and drive off nomads. Okay. All right. I think actually this is probably a good place for me to call it for the evening. I think this is a good stopping spot. We are rocking and rolling. We're doing well. I think the company's finally progressed to a point where I'm pretty pleased. Well, hello, curse word. Sorry, I don't mean to disappoint, but all right. Good stream, yeah. Yeah, this went well, and this was a fun one. We're gonna tomorrow. I'll be back, and I think the plan tomorrow is we're gonna make our way to Al Hazif. And when we stock up there, we're going to, let's see, when will I be able to get a third? Yeah, a little ways. Stock up there, we'll be able to make some trips through the wilderness, possibly up to the Northlands to look for the Barbarian Madman. So, till next time, wherever you are in the world, whether 'tis day or night, make it a good one. Ta-ta. Oh wait, I'm gonna raid someone. There. Okay, now ta-ta.